back to access. Now we create a form. Go to create. We have the form sections. You can use the form design, blank form, form wizard. There are many options. So let's say we use the wizard. Now think about which one we want to start. Okay, recipients. We get first name, last name.
Would we not move over recipient ID? Wouldn't we just keep first name, last name?
Correct. We can do that. It's auto generated, right? Just do finish. Get a form, right? And if you do at the bottom,
I'm sorry, I missed something here. Once you selected on what you wanted, that popped up. The form popped up. You chose recipient, and then that form popped up.
yes. To resize this thing. I want to show you this part. You can just navigate it, right? And then if you want to add a new one, just go to the end, right? Right. You can navigate to a new one. When you hit the yellow one there, it's going to give you the new blank record where you can add a new recipient. Right. So that's an easy one. Now you can create the same with a sender. Go to create, right? I'm going to show you another way, right? We just seen the form wizard, right? This one is going to be form design. And then now form design, you switch. It's just like we have design view and we have the form view, right? Just like we do in a table. When it's blank, it's just white. You see that? Design view means if you want to create it, we want to do the which one? Sender. Drag and drop it. Alright. We can just create a subform in there. Like you can combine multiple forms in one, right? Like that. Who is the sender? Right. And I can do the location, address of the sender. Let me cancel that first, make it bigger first. And let me switch to the design first to see what we get. So if I do that way, it's just another form that make it just like a table that you can enter each customer on your own, right? But through the forms.
Can you repeat how to do that again?
Okay, let's close off. I'm going to just delete this and start over again. You can create, right? So if you form design, that means you do form the designs from scratch, right? You can just drag and drop, right?
Now there is a way, like, say you did the wizard, and you made the recipient and location, like, how do you make them all on one form through the wizard? Or can you not do it through the wizard?
Actually, there's another way too. Okay,
Is that
but
the one form?
let me show you. Just try to go through this real quick first. What are the options, right? Like that one, right? Design view, and you can make, like, if I want onto this same form, right? So they can go in one form, right? Like that. This one you can just do all the design that you want. And if you switch back,
That's after we do the wizard part, right?
yeah.
Damn! Sorry.
Right, so you can have that. Now, let's talk about the easiest way to create a form. Just use form. You click on the table and then the table with the form. Boom, contact pop up, right? And you already have relationships defined. That's why it just link. This one is contact book ID, right? If you go to, for example, do again, let's say package, right? You go to create form, so that's package, right? If you don't want something, you can just manually delete it and just leave the rest, right? In, so that's just another way, right?
And you just clicked on it, hit the delete button.
Right. You can pick the date. You can fill in the data. Now, we have what we call navigation. Navigation is just made like a web page where you can have tab, tab, tab here, right? Like you can add the form to each tab, right? Like this is going to be my sender. This is going to be my recipient, right? So I have recipient. And this is going to be my, let's try again with package. It should show up according to the name. This is the same name. Package. This should be my, let's see if I link it. I mean, if I can drag it, but sometimes I don't want it to be in that format. I want it to be in this format, right? You can also, let's say I have the form for, yeah, I may need to create one first. That's why it's linked to the one I created. So let's say if I want to create sender, right? I go to create. Let's make it easy with that, right? Now I go to navigation. I need to save it as sender first. Save We'll go to navigation. It should pick up, let's say, sender. There you go, right? After you create a form, navigation is the one who's going to pick up for you. Make sense? So this is the one that we do from wizard. This is the one that we just do from form, right?
Now, for the purpose of the form, sender wouldn't be on there because it's for the user, or is it just for?
Oh, now it depends on your design. Now go to again to create form, right? And then save the package. Does it already have that? Oh, right here. So let me save it. Then when I save it, then navigation should be pop up after I retype to create it again. There you go, right? So now when I really use this, I can just tap to what's your name, who's your recipients, package, right? Now another interesting thing is, like I have the sender like ID, you can just remove it if you don't want to show up. We can just go to that view and remove it. This is a navigation form. I just save it. Right, so sender, recipients. I have to remove it from the sender. Right, so come back to your navigation. Alright, I'm going to close them all first. I'm going to delete something that I don't need. I'm just showing you right now. Let's go back to navigation form. I go to sender, recipients. I can always enter the new sender. Okay, new customer come, just add the new record right there, right? Okay, let's say Tom Cruise is my new customer. So what Tom Cruise is going to send? And what? Angelina? Okay. Chelsea? Okay. Silly? Okay, awesome. Alright, so now we come to package. Now we have record sender, send, right? Now, but there's a problem a little bit here, right? We didn't link it yet. Because this is just manually type, right? You need to know who's the sender, who's the recipient. Correct?
Yeah, I thought it was going to do this automatically. I thought we were already relationship that.